Our memories shape our identity. They make us who we are. But human memory is fallible. Details fade, some moments get misplaced, while others transform altogether. Scientists have explored the fascinating world of human memory for decades. They found that our brains encode, store, and retrieve information, creating an intricate web that charts our life's narrative. But what if this web was perfect? Never breaking, never dimming, consistently vivid and precise.
What if we had perfect memory?
A world where forgetfulness is just a myth. Imagine the implications. Would you still need a grocery list? Or reminders for birthdays and anniversaries? Or even rote learning? Or would every read page, every hard word, every felt emotion be forever etched in our mind? In one way, it's sufficient and enticing to think about, but the existential implications run deeper. Would it change who we are? Our relationships? Our capacity to forgive and forget? And how about our mental health? The mind's ability to push painful memories aside is part of our coping mechanism. Perhaps there's wisdom in forgetfulness, a kindness in our brain's selective classification and occasional deletion. It's no wonder then that perfect memory, while seemingly a superpower, might be a curse in disguise. At the end of the day, our imperfect memories make us vulnerable, allow us to grow, and potentially even make us us. Yet it's intriguing to ponder on the possibilities that perfect memory could pose. We consider a person with a perfect memory to have a phenomenon known as hyperthymesia. They can recall seemingly every experience of their life down to the most minute detail, but even such individuals don't have total recall. Their memory, too, is vulnerable to errors and distortions. Moreover, having such an intense memory can lead to obsessions and unwanted rumination. It could make letting go more challenging, hampering forgiveness and preventing emotional healing. Additionally, our minds use forgetfulness as a way to store and sort information efficiently. If we remembered everything, our brains might be overwhelmed with information, making it difficult to think and function effectively. Perfect memory could also dilute the vibrancy of our most cherished memories. Imagine recalling every moment as clearly as the last. The magic of the firsts and the special instances might fade away. After all, it's the bittersweet dance of forgetting and remembering that throws life into relief. It makes certain things stand out while others recede, giving us a sense of perspective. Indeed, the imperfections of our memory perhaps make us more human and definitely more sane. They allow us to move on, to grow, to hope, and to reimagine our futures. In a world with perfect memory, while we would gain an immaculate past, we might lose the ability to create a future not bound by it. So perhaps we should rethink. Is a perfect memory truly a blessing? Or is our forgetful nature not a flaw but an evolved trait? It seems in our quest for perfection, we may overlook the immeasurable beauty of our imperfections. And perhaps that's the very essence of being human, a symphony of perfection and imperfection playing in harmony. Our minds, imperfect as they are, allow us the opportunity for creativity and growth. We make mistakes. We forget, we remember. And in those patterns, find ways to better ourselves. Without the fluidity of our memories and thoughts, we wouldn't experience the joy of learning new things. Who knows? The rush of recalling something long forgotten might be a gift in disguise, a second chance to relive, reflect, thereby making peace with our past. As odd as it may seem, our forgetfulness enables us to stay present, thus focusing on the now. And perhaps this is the universe's way of saying, don't dwell on the past or worry about the future, but live in the here and now. It's a tried and tested evolutionary strategy that has given us survival benefits. Our imperfect memory gives us the capacity to choose what we want to remember and what to forget. These choices help shape our identity and perception of the world. By learning from our past, we can take steps towards building a better future. All of this is possible because of the selective imperfection of our memory. So instead of wishing for perfection, let's find joy in our capacity to forget, to recall, and ultimately evolve. Isn't it strange and wonderful that we are defined not by our perfection, but by our flaws? Next time you find yourself struggling to remember something, consider it a blessing. It means your mind is using its energy to prioritize and create room for new experiences. After all, isn't life all about growing, adapting, and evolving? How wonderful it is that our mind works in mysterious ways to ensure that evolution. So the next time you question your memory's faults, remember they allow us the ability to learn from the past, live in the present, and plan for the future. So let's celebrate our faults and imperfections, for it's these that make us truly human. We are a beautiful blend of perfect imperfections, and as we evolve, let's take pride in our capacity to remember, forget, and continue growing. In conclusion, let us remember that our minds are beautifully imperfect. They allow us to make mistakes, learn, grow, and become better versions of ourselves. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Be sure to subscribe for more explorations into the fascinating human mind.